Oh my God, welcome back to Teacher in Transit. I'm so excited. This is episode 5, and I am super excited today because I've spent some time talking to those of you who are watching and gathering some really great feedback. So one thing I found out was, okay, great, love the ideas. Now tell me how. How can I move forward with the very next step? How can I find out what it is I'm good at? How can I look at what I'm doing now and see how it transfers? Is there some kind of a framework? So guess what, y'all? That's what I did. And by the way, greetings from the Zurich airport. Hi, it's our last day here. Now, what I did was I created a 3-part framework that will give you a skills map that you can download. I will put the link in the show notes so you can download that skill map absolutely for free. Don't subscribe to anything, that's not necessary, but it'll give you a chance to go through what you do, what you can do, what you want to do, and coalesce that into some kind of a next steps kind of a plan. All right, the first part of that is recognize your professional value. Recognize. A lot of times we think, oh, I'm just a teacher, or I'm only an administrator, or I've been in education for 20 years. That's all I know. And when I tell you those skills travel, they absolutely do. When you talk about people management, try managing 30 middle school kids. That is definitely people management. Managing a campus, managing a district team, all of those are management skills that transfer beyond the classroom. I come up with quizzes, lesson plans. That is instructional designing. Those are actual skills that you can use in the free market. Last episode, if you didn't watch E4, please go back and watch it because it'll tell you people who were hiring just last week, and I'll put some more people who are hiring this week also in the show notes. Whew. I love Zurich. I love Switzerland. I love being here, but there's not a lot of AC, so I'm kind of hot. All right. Back to basics. Hold on, let me cut my little fan off. All right, good. So number 2, the second part of the framework is, after you recognize your professional value, see what you can do is to connect with people beyond your district. If you'll go back and check episode 2, that's really one of the big things I talk about. Who do you connect with? How do you connect with them? Simple stuff. Start with talking to people you know on your campus. Hey, I actually was thinking about putting my lesson plans on Teachers Pay Teachers. Do you know somebody who does that? You often find people through people you know. The other thing is, guys, social media is a boon for teachers. You can connect with people in your district, in your state, in your country, across the globe, and you will find somebody. Go to Teachers Pay Teachers, look up some things that you like, find out who those teachers are, connect with them over Instagram, over LinkedIn, and find out how they got good at building a store, building a stream of income from the products that they actually sell. So best part, once you have connected with some people, and again, social media is a boon, go there, meet people. People write you back. I met an educator years ago, and we're still connected. She's actually in Texas, in the state of Texas, but we're not really close. If you've seen Texas, you know what that can mean. And she hit me up actually on TikTok and let me know, hey, this is going on. What do you know? Who do you know? And we're sharing information now. So those connections, believe it or not, they are not as superficial as people might lead you to believe. It's not like a swipe left, swipe app dating app, if you know what I mean. All right, last part of the framework. Building opportunities. Once you have kind of gathered your skill set on paper, and again, there is a download that's going to be ready for you. Once you have done that, once you've connected with a couple of people, talked to them, seen what they're doing, the next thing is building your own opportunities. I would say, honestly, building from a classroom or campus or district career to something else is one of the quickest pathways into either extra income or a different job than I've ever seen. I've worked in a couple of industries, but seeing this, pivoting from classroom teacher to district-wide curriculum writer, or to an actual author. In case you don't know, Finding Your Blind Spots, I wrote that. It's an award-winning book for teachers. Anyway, there are all of those kinds of things that happen if you don't write. I know people who have built a whole lifetime of income on Teachers Pay Teachers. So these things are super easy. So build your own opportunities. Once you look at the skills map that I'm going to give you the link to, go ahead in and say, okay, this is, pick a path, pick a road, and make one step. And I hope that you'll make one step sometime this week or maybe next, and let me know, especially on social media as I post little clips from this particular episode. Let me know what you're doing. That was one of the other moments of feedback that I got, was to find out who's on this journey with me and gather some information. Let me know what you're doing so I can actually share and shout you out. Let's see. Building your opportunity. Once again, going back to that, it does not have to be anything major like applying for a new job, but it does have to be something small, like, for example, putting all of your lesson plans in a file in your personal drive so that you have access to them as author, so that you can then use them as an ebook for on KDP Amazon. You can use them in Teachers Pay Teachers as a part of your store. Those are things that you can do with low-lift things that you can do with little energy, little time, and within a week. And again, even if it only bills you $25 a month, that'll cover your coffee bill. It won't cover your gas bill or your grocery bill, but it'll cover your coffee bill. Let me summarize. You want to recognize your professional value first. Download my Teachers in Transit skills map so you can check all the little boxes and make yourself a path. Then after that, you want to connect beyond your classroom, your district, and even your state. Find some people who are doing what you're doing, watch them, see what they're doing, see how they're doing what they're doing, and even connect with them on professional level by email or slide into their DMs and find out more. After that, once you do your investigation, and this does not have to be years of research. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping it won't be. I want you to build your own opportunity, and that's what I want to hear. Now, back to those 5 people who are hiring. I do want to let you know every week at least some opportunity that you can take a look at. Some of them are contracts, some of them are full-time. Here they are. Oh, I wrote them on my boarding pass. Number 1 is Amplify. Amplify's got a couple of really interesting positions out. Aceable is another. Oscar Health, because again, your skills travel, not necessarily within the educational sector at all. The American Institute for Research has a really interesting project-based position, and Trunk Tools is also a place where you can take your skills and let them land and be profitable. All right, I want to thank you for sticking with me for 5 whole episodes. There are more to come. I hope you'll enjoy this journey. See you next week for episode 6. I will not be in Switzerland anymore. Bye.